What is up, everybody? How we doing? Happy Wednesday to y'all. Sorry for being a few extra minutes late in here. Had to go get a quick beverage refreshment. So, what is up? I see we got Lucas in here. Always the first one in the room. Hey, what's up, dude? Soup on G Fuel. How you doing, man? What's going on? Too late for Russia. I know. I'm sorry. It's earliest I could get on today. I feel like it's like really dark over here. But there's the light's like right there. I don't know what's going on. Blazing Shocks from Russia. Kevwy can't talk, but wait, he can. Cool. Chat must be hard to read. It's rough, man. Hey, Brownie Bits, how you doing, man? Long time no see. What's up? All right. So today, I put it up to the Twitter gods. Twitter gods have said that we are going to be working on the mountains today. I threw up a vote in between the mountains and playing on the Patreon server, and big time the mountains won. It was like 80% to 20%. So we are in here today, going to be working on these guys a little bit more today. And I got a replay mod going too, so we are good. Hey, Brayden, how you doing, man? My time is 1 p.m. 1 p.m.'s not too late. It's 3 p.m. here, almost. What type of refreshment we got? We are rocking one of the Spindrifts. It's Trader Joe's sparkling water. Okay, so we got a bunch of dirt, a bunch more dirt, a lot more dirt, a lot more dirt, a lot more dirt and grass, and a bunch of stone over here. I'm late. Naim, no! What you doing? Okay, so we are going to be starting with like this much stone, I'm thinking. And then we'll start with some dirt too. I don't want that. And let's fill the rest up with a little bit more stone. We're not going to be using the axe today, so we can throw that guy away. And we want you and you. Scaffolding we'll keep on hand just in case. And there we go. All right, question for you all. Should we work on planning out the shape a little bit more? Some more of these scaffolding type things over here with these big open spiderwebby network things, or should we work on filling everything in? I'm pretty good either way, but I don't really know which I want to be doing today. Some of these I do want to clean up. I do need to come back in here. Like that section right there really bothers me. I got to come back in and clean those up there a bit. Kimmy says hi again. What's up, Kimmy? It's 4 p.m. here, but it feels like 4 a.m. Bumma, dude. Okay, so let's do a little something right in here. For now, let's just get started and fill in all of these. Hey, Andrew, it's going well, man. It's going well. It's been a busy day. I'm really behind on everything that I was planning to do today, so this is hopefully going to be the start of me catching up on things. So this will be good. Hoping to get a lot of good building in today. Get a lot of these good old blocks and things placed down in here. Be able to get a lot. Bit late, but I finally made it to the stream. Yindy, what's up? You're just on time. We've been going for about 10 minutes here. So just starting to get ramped up with everything. And let's do some more of this action. I totally forgot to update the stream title. I need to go do that real quick. One moment, please. I forgot to do things. I was like, you know, it'd be easy. Let's just go jump on all there. Nah, that's okay, actually. We can leave that as is. That's going to be fine over there. Really considering going on PC as the new phone update? Going on PC? What do you mean by that? Greetings from Italy. What's up? Brentonico. Is that how you say your name? I think. Hopefully. Hopefully I didn't totally ruin it. But also, what's crack-a-lackin'? Not much, man. We're just... I think filling it in is going to be the good way to go. Wait. Green Day released a new song? Green Day's still around? Green Day? Really? Also, I missed it, but Kevwi, thank you for the follow. And Pigeon on a Chair, thank you for the follow. Thank you for pecking the keys accordingly to find the follow button. I do appreciate it. Let's go something like you. That's going to be a straight line up to there. Last time you were streaming, I put it in the background because I had to go do things. Now I can give you full attention. Oh, sweet. Let's hope I don't ruin it. Let's do something like in here. And then we can do a little bit more action like a so. And we'll do something right here. That's keeping that all up straight. I think what I want to do is like kind of make a few lines going over this way, and we will mix them up kind of as we go. But I was hoping to start just making a few more rough lines of the shapes of everything, because like 4 along there is a little weird. But we do some things like that, and then maybe from the base here we can get a line going to there or something. Sorry, my headphones are being weird. But I think if we can get a line directly going up in that direction, that might do a little bit better work for us here. So we can do this, like say... Woo! Don't fall. Why are my headphones being weird? It's like only one is working. Only this here is working right now. It's so weird. Hey, Sabers, how you doing? One Green Day song is I know is American Idiot. Oh yeah. Elon Avalons, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Let's go up like 3, and then if we go up by 2, and then 3, and then bring it over this way and go up by another 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and we're just kind of spitballing this to get ourselves up here. There's no magical formula that I'm using here to get ourselves all the way up this, but I think that'll do. That's a weird Patreon server you got there. I know, Nime, I know. I put it up to the tweeters votes today of which we should stream from, and working on the mountains won by a huge margin, so we're doing this one today. The Patreon stream will be on Friday. Cuppa Jocelyn, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to stream. Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer are going on tour. What is going on? What is going on? You don't know any Taylor Swift songs, so suck on. Squaw, I am Bird. What's up? How you doing today, Bird? Hope everything is flapping accordingly. Let's see if we can get like here, and then I want to do something like this. And we can get you out to there. And then I'm thinking we're basically just going to be bordering along this guy. And can get ourselves right here. Let's move that one back. And go back one, and we can do like something right so. Did I forget to bring a bed up? That's the big question here. Spaz, thank you so much for the follow, and Rilu, thank you for the follow as well. Both of you, welcome to the stream. What's your favorite thing to do / build in Minecraft? Mine would be terraforming, landscape, and abandoned ruins. Sorry it's long. Well, just so happens that terraforming is probably my favorite thing to see the end product of. It gets a little tedious while building it, which thankfully I have all you guys here hanging out with me today. But terraforming is a big thing that I do enjoy a lot. I would say, as you get, probably this is going to come to a shock, but building castles is another one of my favorites. And I think overall, my most favorite thing to do is building small, tiny villages. Like something about making a little small settlement of a village that you just make super, super detailed, really, really cool little area for it. And it just nestled in there in the countryside with a bunch of fields around it. That is my favorite thing in Minecraft to do. Naughty Roots, thank you for the follow and the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for supporting the stream here. Welcome to the family. And enjoy your fwishy. I have, for all of the subscribers out there, I have actually started making some mock-ups here of some new channel badges, I guess. I got it on a piece of paper over here. I don't know if y'all can see this very well or not, but I was thinking, let's see, can I do this correctly? Right. Ooh, let's see. And there we go. So I was thinking something like a castle, kind of like you're building up as a castle. So we have like a towers going into like a bigger watchtower, and then it turns into like a small keep, and then builds up into like a bigger castle. I thought that'd be really cool to do for like some badge stuff. Yeah, I was messing around drawing that earlier today. Just had a piece of paper and was like, I'm bored. What should I do? You know, I'm going to work on seeing if I can't come up with some designs for some new sub badges. So I think I'm going to put in a few hours next week and live in Photoshop a little bit and see if I can't come up with some cool designs for those. So we'll see what I can do there. Oh, thanks, Nime. Thanks, bud. It's been a while since I've drawn. I was drawn with some pastels this morning as well. We're working on a little bit of like a family art project with everything else going on right now that we decided to find something to do. And so we're working on a few things there. And there's extra paper and extra pencils. And I was like, I finished my thing already. Let's check out what we can do here. But let's bring this all the way up here. Up and like a so. Let's bring you up to there. And then I want to do something like this. What's going to be the biggest pain in the bum, though, is coming back in here and adding, one, the texture variation, and two, adding in a bunch of the extra details of like the slabs and stairs. Like that is going to be a huge pain to do in this area. I think that would fix a lot of the weird gaps that we have with those, like adding some occasional slabs and stairs into those things. But overall, we'll see. We'll see what we can do here. Love your videos and always get inspired by them. Ah, thank you, dude. They could turn Lake Michigan into orange squash twice over and have money left. That's, you know, Yindy, it's probably a really good thing that we don't do that. Just like throwing that out there, it's probably a good thing that we don't spend our money on that. It'd be nice if America spent its military budget on education. Yeah, well, maybe someday. Maybe it'll happen someday. It's so weird to watch like the priorities that have everything. Don't want to turn this into politics, but I have a few family members that are educators and teachers and all that works, and just watching like how they manage with such minimal stuff, it's hard. If any of you all are teachers out there or work in the education system or anything like that, or if you are a kid in the education system, give your teacher some slack and tell them they're doing a good job. Because they are probably working their butts off and putting in a lot of their own personal money to it. Did you practice terraforming a lot before you got good at it? Because I'm so bad at it and I want to get better. I would say I did practice a lot because I've just done a lot of it now at this point. But a big thing that you'll notice with a lot of these lines that I'm drawing of connecting things up. So basically what we do here is we make this outline, and all we're doing in this is connecting the dots. Like we're not doing anything complicated here. All this is just connecting the dots to everything. So if you set yourself up for success here with the way you create these lines and create the shape of everything, you're going to be much better off. So my biggest tip is create these outlines that you're doing in diagonal lines if you're trying to create a whole big scheme of terrain like this one, and it's so much easier. Glass Titan, thank you for the follow. Yellow Bandito with a follow as well. And Brentanico, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. And thank you for the support. Word Endermine, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream, dude. But yeah, big things for terraforming is just take the time to set yourself up for success with your outline. A lot of the times people go wrong just straight off the bat because they don't really know how to outline things, or they just kind of wing it. And then you get the scale and proportion of everything can be pretty far off. So I would say just spend that extra 5-10 minutes figuring out what the scale of it should be by creating an outline like this. Like, we've got a really good idea of everything that's going to be going on in here now because we simply just I took like an hour one day to sketch all this stuff out. So it's a lot of extra stone used probably. And the way I'm doing it is so that we have everything being too thick, so I can add concrete powder and things in here easily. So the way I do it uses a lot of extra resources, but for me, it's the best way to get to the end result. Kenzo Play, thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream. You're on iPhone, very cool. Wouldn't be able to stand working with kids, much less on a tight budget. Good teachers are legends. Yeah, they really are. Have you ever been interested in building giant serpents or dragons? I've thought about it. I am really, really bad at organic shapes. Like, terraforming is one thing. Building organics is a complete different thing. Like, they don't relate at all. Anybody who, like, thinks they're the same, that I'm willing to fight that. Organics, because you have to make it look like there's movement and there's life and there's all this extra structure behind it. Like, that's a lot more difficult to do, and it's not my strong suit. I want to improve at it, because I think if I improve at organics, then my building itself is going to be a lot better. But let's be honest, I already only build with diagonals. If I added building in like a more of an organic style to everything, you guys wouldn't be able to follow anything that's going on. And I wouldn't even be able to recreate anything that's going on here. This is a little too flat for me. Let's take you down, and that might be a little bit better. Let's do something like this. We can fill in. I did not mean to fall down there. And then I'm thinking right here we'll do some dirt action, bringing you all the way down here. And we got YTRE. Thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream. And let's bring these guys all in over here. So the reason why I'm making this too thick is that once we come back later and add a bunch of texture variation to this whole area, it is a million times easier to do it if you're terraforming up in the air like this, and it's a lot more lag friendly because, one, there's that huge dark space down there and you don't want to break a block and fall all the way through. And then also the way light populates is if we break one of those right now in the middle over there, you'll see all that light be created below it, and then you fill it in and all the light has disappeared and it causes a huge lag spike. So too thick can really save a lot of the stress with that. So if anybody is thinking about doing these things, just take your time to do that. Getting used to a good sense of movement in organics is only possible if they're quite big. That's true. That's definitely true. Organics are definitely better for a larger scale just because of how large our blocks are in Minecraft. Even like statues and things I consider organics, but even a statue you want to give some sort of a movement. If you just build a statue of a guy just standing straight up with his arm straight down, like, it would look pretty boring. But if you give him a statue of a guy like holding a spear and like a shield and like ready to fight, ready to go to action, like, you're going to be a lot better off with like the overall atmosphere that brings, and it's going to have a lot more life and interest to it, which is those are the parts that I struggle with, is making those tiny tweaks to your original standstill model and turning it into that sort of a everything going on in there. So let me see what's going on here. I just build realistic stuff, no need for terraforming when building Chicago. The biggest elevation changes in Chicago is from the street to the sidewalk. That's one of the funniest things. I love that. We got Xenophobos with the follow as well. Thanks so much. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so if we do this, and then we take ourselves up like you, and then we can bring you into here. And we might want to bring that dirt down this way a little bit, but let's start building these sections up here a bit further. And something like so. This is going to be a lot harder to read chat today because I'm not just blindlessly breaking all of the netherrack around me and screaming like a little person when, screaming like a little girl whenever lava is appearing. So that's not happening today. There's going to be no lava involved in today's stream, unfortunately, for all you that were hoping to see more of that. And we're going to take you up to here and leave that out. And I want to take that. And let's fly on down. Remember to go into Washington, D.C. and seeing the hill and think it wasn't much of a hill. It's a purple button with a crown. There's a button on the top right corner of the stream where you can sub. Yep, there is. Right up in... that way! Trying to remember like which way everything goes in relation to the webcam. So it's that way! That way. That somewhere that way. Yeah. Only subscribe if you have the means to and you want to. This is September, however, so 50% off all Twitch Prime subs. Haha. Kaiser Kronos. Took you long enough to follow the stream. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome, dude. Thank you so much for the follow over here as well. Haler Taze, thank you for the follow. And Spy, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We got to finish off that section right up there. And we got a little bit more work to do around here. There's a few things I want to fix while we're down here, though, is these are looking a little weird. No, we'll leave that there. Oh, no, not Kaiser. Finally caught you streaming. What's up, Jar? How you doing, man? No, 50% off subs. I misspoke. I'm sorry. I'm only human. I too make mistakes. Like, apparently one of the mistakes I made was not reaching out to YouTube to get my verification badge on my YouTube channel, now that we broke 100K. And they no longer give verification badges out anymore. So, guess who's going to be without a verification badge for the foreseeable future? This guy! Freaking sucks. But it's a thing. We got Ollie with the follow and Ryder with the follow. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Butterman on another account. The Utterman, the amazing cow. What's up, man? JHD, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to stream. And let's do a bit of action right in here. And Flame Frights and Kelsey Bums. Thank you all for the follows. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And that's still all of the notifications going through. Let's do a little bit of action right in here. No, the YouTube verified badge. I don't even get that one. Twitter is a long shot out. They are very weird with those requirements. Bavarians are Bavarians. They are. That is true. Bavarians are indeed Bavarians. It's a very insightful comment. Yeah, there. Yeah, so want to say this for a long time. You're amazing, bro. Keep it up. Hey, thanks so much. I'm glad you were able to stop by the stream today. It's cool. Love running into everybody here, so appreciate it. I'm still going because y'all are hanging out here with me, so, and watching all the videos and everything. So thank you to all of you who are sticking around. If there was one question you could ask that you guys have had, or anybody has had in here, about like building and what I do for things, what would it be? I'm happy to answer. Pretty much any Minecraft related question y'all got, I would be happy to answer it. Because we got a lot of stone blocks to place here together, so need some good talking points. Nimmod, when? Is that a Minecraft question? Just waiting for Conquest Reforged 1.14 so I can transform your world. Yeah, by the time that's here, we'll be like another 40, 50 episodes on here. Sabo, no. What's your building inspiration? I use Pinterest a lot for inspiration, so I couldn't honestly give you one site. But if any of you... Do I have it linked here? I don't know. Maybe if you scroll down, one of the panels down below is actually going to have a link to my Pinterest website. My Pinterest page where I add everything. I keep all of that stuff very public, so a lot of the builds that I do, you can see elements of that in the stuff that I pinned. And just different things that I find. So you all are more than welcome to take a look there and follow me on there. I add like probably 50 to 100 pins a week on there of things that I found that are cool, just on random websites that I was like, you know what, this would be fun to have and hold on to for later. So if any of you have wanted to know where I get the ideas from, that's where. That's where most everything comes from. Let's do that. And then we're going to go with you onto here. And then I want to bring you out. And then we're going to do like this guy right down to this way. And then we'll go with you. I think I kind of want to just leave. I was thinking about throwing like a little bit of like a dirt patch in there, but I don't think we're going to have the space for it. Yeah, we definitely do not have the space for that. That's not going to work out. Vigo Man Plays, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the follow. How you doing, Vigo? If any of you are big Conquest Reforged fans, and recently, welcome to the vanilla Minecraft survival scene again, Vigo. Vigo is another YouTuber out there, everybody. Be sure to go check him out if you want to. Do you stream over here on Twitch, or do you just stream on YouTube right now? Hey Whip, this is my Assured Bag says, hey Whip, this is my first stream. I watch all of your videos. I love your landscape and terraforming. It has helped me a lot. It helped with what I want to do in my own SMP servers. Question is, where or what is a good starting point for terraforming? If you're doing something like what I'm doing here, start wherever you want. Start wherever it seems fit. And that's kind of the general theme for terraforming. Terraforming is a lot of working with the environment around you. And if you're doing major terraforming stuff like this where you're creating the environment, just start wherever you want. I would say for me personally, I like to terraform before I build things. Or if you find a cool hill, build your castle on top of the hill or build your house on top of the hill. Then as you're expanding the house, don't worry about the constraints of the terrain. Finish it out, stretch it over so it's a flying saucer UFO thing, and then just do the terraforming over the edges of that, and it can turn out pretty cool in there too. I get your Minecraft building channel, but have you ever thought of playing a different games? Maybe doing a second channel? I have a second channel, Yellow Bandito. It's just FWhip 2. Right now, not using anything on there right now. It's mostly Minecraft. I'm planning... I really want to push for Twitch Partner right now because we're really close on viewership. We are way above the average. We have 110 viewers right now. Yesterday, we averaged 120. And the requirement is 75, and I just need to keep that up for 12 streams. But after that, I'm planning to stream other games as well. Probably like WoW Classic and a few other things that are just whatever is my hit game for the while that I want to just like hang and play for an evening. A lot of RTS games and things like that for sure as we're going, but we'll see. Maybe some RPG games, who knows. Right now, YouTube main channel is going to all be Minecraft, and it's going to stay that way for very foreseeable future. But we'll see on what's going on with all that. Want to help me with my wood shack's roof? If you post pictures over in the Discord, I'll try and take a look at it later, but I'm very, very busy right now, unfortunately, so I might not be able to get back to you for a while on that. I need to get down a block, and then place you, and then place this back up here, and I want to do something like a so, and do this, and then we can go down to here. I think that'll be good. Be a good way to do it. No need to be nervous around me. Yeah, come on, Nine, why are you nervous around Sabaros? No offense, but I probably won't watch anything other than the Minecraft since I'm not interested in most other games. No, I totally understand. That's why I'm doing Minecraft. If I built my channel as a Minecraft channel, I want to be a Minecraft YouTuber, so Minecraft is going to be the way to go. But I think after it's more established, I might do something like what Wells does, where he has Wells After Dark, and he does a few of those other games of whatever he's interested at the time. So I think I might do something like that. But primarily my content is always going to be very much focused on Minecraft, because I think Minecraft is one of those games where you never run out of content to do. Like, I feel like in games like, say, World of Warcraft, for example, like if you're a really big PvPer, you can always be doing like arena games. You can do player versus player things, and you're going to be fine. You're going to always have content there because people are there to watch you in that intensive level of play. But like if you're on like the raiding scene of it, after you clear the mythic raid, like people only want to watch for so long how you do that. And it's like, well, what else do you do? Like what else is going on in there? So Minecraft for me though is one of those things, like, we decided here to build a mountain. What else are we gonna do than build a? Are we gonna find another thing to do after we finish the mountain? We just start what's on the other side of the mountain range. There's always something here to do, which is why I chose Minecraft as like the game I want to do. Like when I was first starting to do YouTube, Minecraft was not the game I played the most at the time. It was just something that I knew I could consistently play and I knew I could consistently come back to. And that I thought would be something that, like, I've always loved this game and I thought it'd be cool to give it a chance. But for me, Minecraft was never like actually like the #1 game that I play. So it's cool to have it being in the position it is, where it is my #1 game I'm playing now, though, which is very fun. I just turned my desk fan on, so if you hear a little sound, let me know and I can move it around. What are you doing? My dog is going crazy out there. Do you have it? Hello. Let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. Is that a little bit better? Hi, what do you need? Do you want to come say hi to the internet? No, we don't howl. Coda's in here hanging. I keep wanting to look there because that's where the stream chat is, but I know you guys are all there. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Come here and say hi. Come here and say hi. Love the people on the internet. Give me internet doggo points. Hey, look over here. Look over here. Look at over there. He says hi, I think. I don't know. I think he's actually pretty mad. Are you pretty mad right now? Yeah, are you pretty mad? You're pretty upset, huh? No, stop it. I already took you out. You're fine. So that's Coda. He's a shy boy. Yeah, he is. He's a good dog, though. He's a little loud sometimes. But yeah, I think on the lighting thing, I got to figure out my streaming lighting setup a little bit more here. So I think I got a lamp right over here, but I think I need one that behind the camera, because otherwise that side's a little too dark for me. Jefferson, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Stop it. You're okay. You're okay. You don't need to bark. No barking. Excuse you. We have conversations back and forth. It's never I'm just in charge here. It's always an argument. You fear the dark side? Hi, favorite streamer. Oh, thanks, bud. Give him a treat. Ooh, I don't know. Did he earn one though? He's kind of being a little loud over here. Always look on the bright side of life. Ever thought about doing guided build tutorials? Nothing super drastic, but basic build designs that you use frequently? Probably not. I'll be honest with you. A big thing that when I started my YouTube channel out, I've tried those a few times and I absolutely hate recording them. And I hate watching other content creators who make those videos. That's the least likely video I will ever watch, is a step-by-step design on how to build a house. Because I think those are awful ways to learn how to build in Minecraft. So actually, I don't like those. I don't do those. So you, unfortunately, probably won't see one of those on the channel here. All right, this is way too big and way too gray. We need to get like a dirt patch of sorts. I think right around in here. I think like that strip right there could be a really good spot for it. So I'm almost thinking we could come through. That's not what I wanted to put there. And just kind of make this a little bit steeper here until we get to a noticeable height point, probably right about here. And we can kind of bring this front out here now that we made that a little tall and bulky. We need to start bringing this stuff out here. This is kind of the annoying part of building a giant terraforming process, is when you place something in here, you come back and look at it, and it's like, ooh, that's still a little off. We gotta come back in and rethink the whole process that we went through. And tear a lot of blocks out of here. Or you just leave them behind and let it be extra thick. But if we take like a lot of these guys down throughout here and basically just start bringing it in right here. No, that needs to stay as a stone. And then we can do something like this. I'm thinking this will probably be pretty good in here. Actually, I do like that being a little stone bit right there. Let's do you. And then we can do something like that. Let's see, how does this look here at the front? Yeah, I think something like that might honestly be all we really needed to do. And even we could say bring like you out to here. And then do something like this. And do something, bringing all of these guys out like so. You might have mentioned it before, but what's your thought plan when terraforming vanilla? A lot of what you're seeing here. A lot of what you guys are going to be seeing in today's stream is basically how I do a vast majority of my terraforming. It's a lot of trial and error. And what the heck does this look like? Does it look okay? Or does it look absolutely awful? And if we hit the okay point, we leave it. If it hits the awful point, we come back and mess with it a bit further. Let's get back out here. And we can do something like you. Because I really just wanted to break that up and get something in there. Because that was just gray. This entire blob in there was just so gray that we needed to have something going on. So we needed to fix that one. But I think that'll do it. I think that'll be good for it right here. Thick is good. Thick is good. I've watched so many Krallis tutorials. Stop it. I've got another dog back. I've got the dog back here. But I like gray. Hey, what's up, Whitefire? How you doing, dude? It's insane. Really inspired me to play long term again when making a world and joining it all together. That and the 1.14 update really made me want to create a village and evolve it through time. That's awesome. I've had this desire to come in here, and this is sharing my deep YouTuber takes of the background scene. Is what I think would be really cool to do is make like a Minecraft village that you live in and start it with like prehistoric huts and then redesign that same village over and over and over again and tear down your huts and build up like more of a concrete-y or more of like a stone-based structure, then tear down the stone structure, build up wooden houses, tear down the wooden houses, bring up like traditional medieval houses, then Renaissance, then more modernized until you get in like a futuristic level of just evolving everything. I feel like that could be so cool to do. I think that'd be such a great way of like working through the entire process. It could be really, really fun. I've had that idea, but it never worked out. I think I can get a good way of doing it. What are you doing, doggo? What are you doing? He's trying to eat my hand right now. Sorry, I'm playing one-handed right now, everybody. Have you ever considered making a series in another theme other than the very Minecrafty theme you use now? Like realistic, like I build? I don't enjoy doing realistic builds too much. Can you please stop what you're doing? I don't enjoy building a realistic or modern-y type theme, so I typically go more the fantasy route here. Sorry, dog is going crazy over here. Can you just chill? We went on an 1.5 hour walk before this stream. An 1.5 hour. We walked 4 miles. And he's still crazy. And now he has his foot in his mouth and is trying to walk on 3 legs. Oh, realized that was a bad idea. Now he's moved beyond that. I think we need to get like a Coda cam. Just like something that he just needs a little GoPro on his head. Stop it. All right, let me go deal with him real quick, everybody. I'm really sorry about this. I will be right back with you all. I promise I'll just be a second. All right, I had definitely forgotten to get rid of, or to pause the game when we came back. So luckily it did not turn to be nighttime, but the sun is dropping really quick. What's that in the background? What are you talking about? What's in the background? Yeah, that was Castle Bleakrock there that we built a good while ago now. I really want to get this mountain to the point where it's looking like those guys. Like when it's all finished up like that with the snow coming down it. Oh, that'd be so cool. All right. I want to bring that area right in there and change that out to be dirt. Now I'm looking at it. We're not making that jump. We didn't even get close to making that jump. But I feel like a little bit of like a dirt channel coming through here would look real, real sweet. And then we can do something like you. Oh, it does connect. It connects to an existing dirt area. Yes! It worked out perfectly. And we even get a bit of stuff back. Because, like, see, like, little aspects like that. Little tweaks like that where we bring the dirt and make it look like there's a bit of an erosion coming down. One, we're breaking up the gray that we had in there with being some more brown into that. And then two, on top of that, it helps make it look more lifelike and more like water would be flowing down through those channel cuts. Because if we made everything just like straight stone along here, then had like a ridge line at the top, it wouldn't really feel like mountains. He meant in the right back scene. Like back there. Those are sound panels. So we got a lot of things going on. And now it's nighttime again, so I get to go sleep. I feel like with the valley we have in here and everything, like it's really starting to come together. This area right here is starting to feel... Imagine when we get a full Nordic village built up in this area. Oh, it's going to be so good. It is going to be so good. Patron server? We got a Patron server now? Where is that? I got to go hang out there more often. Patreon server will be on Friday. I put it up to the Twitter gods this morning of what are we gonna do in the stream today, and a vast majority of people wanted to see building up on the mountains today. So we are gonna be finishing up a good chunk of this stuff today as much as we can, and then we will start with Patreon streams on Friday. Any plans on the village name? Which village? But most likely no. I'm so bad with name designs or name ideas. It's really pretty sad. Let's do that and get some grass in there so that grass will start overgrowing. Doing all that fancy schmancy stuff it does. Nordic village? No, I haven't. Nordic village would be filled with longhouses. Most Nordic styles are fantasy. Yeah. We'll be doing a fantasy-esque Nordic style. It won't be totally traditionally Nordic. It'll be similar, very, very similar to what you're seeing over there. That wall design was built to kind of be the general idea for it. So we'll see what we come up with there. And I want to do a little action right in here. And I've missed a bunch of follows recently. Waddysoft, you're still here. Thank you so much for the follow. Angus Keen, thank you for the follow. Kmingo. Stan, thank you for the follow. Awesome Trina, thank you for the follow. And Roseblood, thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed those ones earlier, everybody. I've been a little preoccupied with the puppo. He is now laying down on his bed, though, and probably will last there another 10 minutes before he's back, so we'll see. Yeah, as far as the Nordic village goes, I don't have a whole lot of plans in mind yet for what I want to be doing for it. Besides, I have some mock houses like that one you can see poking up right over there. Those are some general ideas that I've come up with. Has he talked about the possibility of 1.16 being the cave update? I have not, but I was watching Exuma's video earlier today where he was talking about it, and that seems pretty cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a cave update now that we have 3D biome rendering instead of just being 2D biomes, and that's gonna That honestly would make my day if we had a cave update. I would love to have more cave things going on in this game. More underground biomes to be able to work with. If we don't get a fantasy mushroom biome or some type of floating crystal cave or magical crystal cave, I'm gonna riot. That's just gonna be how it is. I'm just gonna throw a fit. Are you gonna revisit the port city after the current project? Yes, we are. That is where we are going next. As soon as we finish the world tour, or through the world tour, the world tour is coming probably a week after this next week, so 2 weeks out. After that, we're going to be moving to working on the port city pretty much exclusively for the next little bit, because I got a big chunk of it I want to get finished up. And I think there's some people on the channel who really want to see me work on a medieval city, so so we're going to be doing that for a good chunk of time. I don't know. It depends on how long the interest stays on it, because I could work on that city forever. But I do know that YouTube, not everybody wants to see you work on the same project over and over and over and over again, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. I don't know why. You'd think they'd want to see the same video over and over and over again. So we're going to play it by ear, see what we can do for it. And I'm hoping that we can... This is not going to be good. I got to rethink how we're doing this. Let's say instead of you, we're just going to bring that up to there. And then we can do like this. I want to leave that down there. And then let's get rid of you. And we can do something like this. We're doing a slight rethink going on here, guys. We're going to bring you down to right there. And we'll just extend that guy down. Okay, that'll be fine. That should do it. I think that'll situate us pretty well. But no, it wouldn't be just bees. That's the side thing. It's mystery mobs before. No, all right, I gotta catch up here. What is going on? Surely you could do that developing through the Ages Village as a side project when a new update comes out. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about doing like a time lapse, like a single time lapse video of here's all the different ages. I would love to see a nature update. Like, please give me new oak tree models and all those things. Like, please give me new like flowers in all the biomes and more stuff like that going on. Like, that would be absolutely awesome. I would love to see a biome rework update. Like, that would be really cool. I like all the feature parity stuff, but I hope it doesn't favor Bedrock. Not to hate on any Bedrock players who are in here too, but there's a lot of the features that I see coming through like Bedrock stuff that I'm like, I would really not want to see that inside of my game. I hope that they favor what's currently on Java and just kind of expand it a little further to bring in a lot of the features that Java doesn't have, but Bedrock has, like the dyeable cauldron water and things like that, and craftable leather horse armor. Like, those I would love to see in the game, but I would hate it if they took away like as much as I don't use it, but like a lot of that redstone functionality that's more Java edition focused because it's buggy. But you're gonna need diamonds once you come back to the Patreon. I pay good if you build my mountain. We'll see about that one, dude. I don't know if I'm up for another mountain project on another server. I hope you're keeping well and verge of completing a medium-sized medieval town in survival, which is within castle walls, which I've revamped since it was quite old, 2014. And I'm just a bit stuck as I need to dedicate more of the buildings I have made into more shops. So far I have an inn, butcher, baker, travel lodge, brewery with a church at the end of the street. Have any ideas of shops I can incorporate? If you got a butcher and baker, go for a candlestick maker, and then you can finish the nursery rhyme. One thing that I always love to try and incorporate, which is kind of more of a challenging one, but I think it's a good one, is having some type of like a bag maker shop, like somebody who'd make like wicker baskets, and then from that you can also have like a leather goods shop, and somebody, you can even do like an herbalist or like a botanist, or like if you want to have like a place where you can brew all your potions and everything, that could kind of do it for you. And there's just a bunch of other options that you could go for with those things. I think what we are going to do in this little... Ooh, I thought we were falling. I thought we was donezo for sure. But then we can come through here and just... Let's do this. And then we can do something right here. And that's going to fill in a bunch of... This area in here is going to be a lot of dirt. I think this is going to be our next project that we tackle on today's stream. But yeah, I would say... I lost the bookmarks. Crap, where are they? If you go into... If you're a part of the Discord, I think they're in here. If you go into the Discord channel and go into the good inspiration stuff, there's that Minecraft builds and stuff channel. Go into the pinned messages, and I put a post in there for great resources for building. And there's one in there that lists out a bunch of medieval professions, and pick one and build a house for it. Build a shop for it. Hey Whip, thanks for answering my last question. My next question is, do you think it would be okay that / make sense if someone were to build in a few different times, you can say medieval to modern? I think you can make it work. I've been playing with the idea of making a medieval castle, but giving it like super fantasy vibes or super futuristic vibes to it. So they like are still building that strong stone castle to it, but there's just all these futuristic like pipings and transportation ducts and spaceship ports and all those things. And I think it'd be like a fun challenge to try and mix those things together. I think the way to find something really cool and really unique and something that's really just yours and to be really proud of it is take a bunch of styles that you enjoy and figure out what you can do to bring them together. Because I know like Mythical Sausage, for example, he loves building in that Asian style, but he also really enjoys building the Hobbit style. So a while ago, he built like an Asian Hobbit village. I think that was a few months back at this point, but kind of the same point stands for it. It's just pick the styles that you like, pick the attributes of it that you like, and figure out a way to bring them together, and you might really, really like the end results of it. I missed the last stream. Did you officially finish the ruins? No, we have not finished the ruins yet. Well, I have finished the ruins now at this point. You all will see it in a video next week, most likely, is when I'll be able to get that done. So we got a lot of things left up here to fill in. I think it's going to be time to work on this top little section for a while. I think that might be our best bet to make this look a lot more finished off. Can we make that? Oh, I'm a professional parkour expert. The best of the best at the parkours. And I'm so surprised I've not fallen off this thing yet today. Let's do a little action right in here. And then take you right there. And that's going to be very steep if we just take this all straight up here. So I think I'm going to do is basically just bring ourselves right up like a this. And then now we can fly back down and go to sleep. I always thought it'd be cool to have a medieval town, but in a modern setting, like it was medieval town, but they've kept it as a historical preservation thing. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be really sweet. Yindy, you headed out. Have a good one. Have a good evening, man. We'll catch you next time. Are you thinking about doing steampunk builds? Not really steampunk. I don't enjoy steampunk so much because I find it too overly scaled in Minecraft. Because I think it's fun once you add in like all the gears and cogs and everything in there and the machinery. But the way to make those look believable in Minecraft without really having to suspend your belief of what the block shape is you really, really got to take a lot of time to build giant, oversized structures. And I just don't find them that interesting. Oh, this is where we were working. Perfect. So, I don't know. Steampunk is something that I think was really overdone. To put it nicely. I think steampunk had its time, and I'm glad it's not that popular anymore. Hey, you should definitely call the Nord Village Kattegat as a reference to the Vikings history series. I'm not familiar with that one, actually. I used to be really obsessed with like history and all those things, and like the History Channel was like a common thing that I would spend time watching. And recently, for the past bit, I just have not really been following it for the past few years. So I'm so out of touch with everything. I do want to get like back into it and like learn a lot more, because I think that's a great way to learn how to build and create those things. I wish there was like a history series that was purely focused on like the architecture of why they built things certain ways. Like that I would love to watch. Like that would be so fun. Like I would have a great time watching that. So if any of y'all have ideas on where I can find something like that, let me know. What's up, More? How you doing? Welcome back to another flip stream. Yep, you did it. You found one. That sounds dope. I really want to travel to more places like that. What are we talking about here? In Denmark, there's a museum called the Old City, and it's a lot of old buildings. That's cool. Steampunk is Bay. I don't know, man. Steampunk is doable on a smaller scale. You guys will have to prove that one to me. When I get on the Patreon server, you guys will have to prove that. What are you doing? We are building mountains. Mountains out of molehills. All of these have been constructed by hand, block by block. We are continuing the chain of building more stupidly large mountains inside of a Minecraft world for very little purpose, other than to have future build projects later on. So it works out great. I missed a bunch of follows here. I have just not been hitting. $100 bill, y'all. Thank you for the follow. The Big Noop, thank you for the follow. Dr. Fuse, thank you for the follow. Horse Legend, The Prod God, Your Local Tank, and Llama Tim Gaming. Llama Tim Gaming, thank you for the follow. And thank you everybody else for the follows as well. Sorry for missing those ones. I'm trying to be better about it. I'm trying to keep my brain going and listening for the notifications and things. Let me know if I'm spamming, but have you heard of the Shadiversary channel? I have heard of Shadiversary. I find some of the stuff he does is interesting. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's very knowledgeable, but I'm not a big fan of the way he does things. I think he's a good guy. I think he definitely has found a really good way of doing things, but it's not my preferred way of learning history. Not to knock at all what he's doing. I think he does an amazing job of what he does, but I don't know. It's not my favorite way of doing things. I watched him a lot in the past, and I've really tried hard, because everybody who I used to play Minecraft with was like, oh my god, Shadiversity, if you ever want to learn how to build in Minecraft and learn like really good medieval building stuff, like you gotta watch him. He doesn't play Minecraft, but he talks about like why castles are structured certain ways, and I was like, that sounds awesome. Like, I'll go check it out. And then I went to check it out, and I was like, I don't really like this. But I think he definitely does a good job of what he does. You won't get bored of this world in the near future, right? Please? Dude, if we're going to get bored of this world, I don't think we would have made it this far. Time played, 63 days of playtime. Almost 64. That's a lot. Watch Secrets of the Castle with Ruth, Peter, and Tom. I'll keep that in mind. Is there a story involving your world? I hope it doesn't sound like a nerd. No, that's totally acceptable. I've wanted to create a story behind it of like why things go on here, but I haven't done a good job of it. Like, I have some base ideas of like why things are in certain places, and like a base sense of evil and like different alliances between the worlds, because right now a lot of the castles and things that I'm building are, I would consider all to be allies and within the same region of everything, but I haven't really flushed out a lot of that. I was actually thinking about opening up like a contest and seeing if anybody was interested in writing lore for the world, and then taking some of the ideas that you all come up with and like having that incorporated into the world itself and having some reward or something for it. I haven't figured out that part of it too much yet, but I thought that'd be kind of a fun challenge, competition, something or another to do. 42 days on the Patreon server. I think the stats are lying most times. There's a lot of AFK time in there. Hardcore history of the podcast, a really long podcast, but teaches you a lot of in-depth things about you think you know about a decent. That'd be cool. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. Something more in-depth of like the structure, like the why behind why things happened. Like, not just like, here's what happened and let's talk about this, and like speculating what their motivation might have been. Like, I really like to know the why. Like, I really like, that's a lot of why, like, that's a lot of why I build certain things in Minecraft, is everything that I build inside this world has to have a why as to why it exists, what its purpose is, and how is it furthering a nation or furthering a storyline or creating its own tiny storyline. Because there's a lot of things that we have in here that are just gimmicky, fun, stupid things around the world that probably don't mean too much, but like they make you ask a question. Like we have a cart turned over somewhere randomly in the world that all the cart has on it is a bunch of pumpkins on the ground, and the cart's on the side of a road, and it's like makes you ask the question of like, how did the cart fall over? Like what happened to this cart? Like what's the story? Where's the driver? Why is everything looking dead? And like what's going on here? Like there's a lot of questions to be had from it, and I think like that's typically how I like to structure a lot of the things that I do, is having some way of doing that. I would 100% write a narrative for your story if you just finish. I just finished my first draft of my book, which totaled 633 pages. Wow. Congratulations on finishing a draft of your book, though. That's super sweet. Writing is one of those things that I've always like. I think people do such an amazing job of it, but it's never been my strong suit enough to want to sit down and do it for too long. ZJC, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's get down here. We can just fill that guy in. I want to get us somehow having a bit of a dirt channel coming up here, so I think what I'm gonna do actually is bring this one up here, making it a little on the steeper side, and then we're gonna go with like you, and I'm thinking right in here I want to almost like have this coming up here, because that's gonna be right in there. I just want a small little section. This is basically all gonna be snow later on when we're coming back through here, but I just think we need to have some little bit of gray hidden throughout, or some little bit of dirt structure in this area to help it feel a little bit more finished off, where we can make it look like all the snow is covering the rocks and everything. Right now we're just using dirt and stone right now because I just need to get it done. I'm working on my first draft right now, pushing 20,000 words. It's really fun. Wow, congratulations on that. That is very cool. Hopefully it works out for y'all who are making the books. Do you guys just do this all as just for fun, or do you have like hopes of being an author someday, or what pushes you to write? Just something to bring the stresses of the day. You come home and grab your typewriter or whatever you're using and just go to town for a bit, or do you got like something you're working towards here? I still need to finish The Adventures of Tim. Ooh. The Adventures of Tim. I don't know what that is. Something tells me it's a joke book. I think I'm actually going to bring this top down a little bit. I think it was a little too tall for me. Yeah, we'll do something like that. We can round it a bit here, too. Let's do something like this up here. Actually, we can add a little bit more of this stuff. I think that would be great, because we got that even higher peak over there. But in a lot of this area down here is now starting to get filled in too, which is awesome. And then throughout here, we can start bringing all this stuff down into there. That'd be good to get that filled in. The Crazy One, thank you so much for the follow. And Static, thank you for the follow as well. And Mule That Kicks, I think I missed that one, so thank you for the follow. Are you going to be mines throughout the mountain? My plan is in the underground area. Way down here, Elytra's not broken. But this area down here, eventually I want to transform into some sort of a underground mine system for either a goblin town or some sort of a giant dwarven district. Maybe part of it was overrun by goblins, but I think a goblin style could be really cool to build in. So I really want to kind of throw that in there. Can we see the mountain with shaders? Yeah, sure, we can throw that on after we sleep here real fast. Actually, shaders at night. I want to see that. We gotta check the nighttime shaders. Sorry, white screen warning if you all didn't catch it. Oh, those are starting to look. Ooh, those are starting to look real good in the shaders there. Let's take a sleepy and see it a morning time. Yesterday, my Minecraft survival mode got glitched in a way, and half of my items got deleted. All my shulker boxes got deleted, and my inventory now I've started with basically nothing. I've been streaming that world for a long time, but I've kind of lost motivation playing that world now. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I would say that you could take that as an opportunity to start brand new inside of the new Minecraft 1.15 update whenever that comes out, but that's going to be a few months down the road. Or I would say take it as a time to just move a few thousand blocks away and start new type thing. Just having a way of doing a reset. I find for myself a lot of a reset of goals, find new goals, figure out what's going on, and instead of focusing on the, oh my gosh, I lost this stuff, take it as like, here's the new challenge of we got nothing going on so far. What are we going to do with it? But I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is a big bummer. There we go. Now the headphones are working. Yeah, I make a backup of this world actually every single time that I stream from it or build from it. Like after the stream ends, I am actually going to make a backup of this. Everything that we did today, just because I've had too many times where I've lost things like that, and it's frustrated me so much that I live in backups. I have so many backups of this Minecraft world. Yeah, this is the mountains with the good old shaders on. I actually want to go. These are new shaders I just picked up. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walksy down here. This is something that was built a long time ago. So we got a bunch of carrot fields. And then over on the left-hand side, we got some piggies. Paranoid of everything crashing? Yes, I am. This world is, at this point, 2.5 years old. So the fact that it's still running on recent Minecraft things is pretty amazing. But yeah, so this, ooh, I love this. I love these watercolors in here. The blue of the water is really, really awesome. And this is the type of the forest, like what you see right in here with all the forest and everything. That's kind of what the end goal for this whole grassy region up here is going to be. Do I not have connected textures for grass on? I don't. Video settings, quality, connected, better grass on. Thank you, fancy. There we go, much better. But like coming down here, this is kind of more of the completed forest and the rough idea of what the Nordic area is going to be like. A lot of structures like this type thing in here where we've got an opened up interior and we got a big all like hearth in here to keep it all warm and everything. We've got all those good things going on. And my goal is to basically come through here and have this type of foresty atmosphere going up into the village up there, then having a few larger structures and everything. This is just kind of outskirtsy farmlands. Do you just practice the building you got better, or did you come naturally? I've been building in Minecraft for many, many years. I definitely sucked at building when I originally started. It was always my favorite part of the game, and I just kept doing it. So lots and lots of time spent building in Minecraft. I never play in single player, and my creative world gets a backup every week. There you go. That's a good way to do it. I might start a hardcore series because I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to try it. I feel like that I would be really bad at it, though. Hey, well, that's the point of hardcore, is you push the limits until you fail. Hey, we got a wandering trader right over there. But yeah, so that foresty section that you're seeing over there, eventually I want that to be everywhere throughout here. And the mountains with all this fog looks so cool. Yeah, that's Silder's Vibrant, their most recent update, the medium shaders. I find their high and extreme to be a little too much for me, so I don't like using them. But like we've got this whole section over here slowly in the works. I got a few more oak trees to build up, but we got farmland down here and everything coming down here. And this is our big mines region that we've got going slowly. So the mines are, if you go down there and press that button, that floor actually goes away and you can drop way down underground. And I need to get back down there, start doing some more mining, because the stone that we're using today is actually the last stone that I have. Do you ever see that guy that made a texture pack that looks like a shader? He has under 50 blocks made, but over 1,800 textures. That's a little extreme for me. Don't know how to back up a world? Just save it. Just copy the entire world folder inside of Minecraft and just paste it somewhere else and save it. That's the most basic way. I throw all of mine in a Google Drive. You live on the edge on another drive, though? Yeah. Okay, so let's get back into the building world, because that is what we're here to do. I want to finish up this little section that we have open right up in here. And I would like to actually bring these guys down here just ever so slightly. And then let's bring you down here a little bit. And then I want to also bring that there. And then we'll probably need to do just something right in here to make that all fit in. And then we can take you down and bring those extending out this way just ever so slightly. And then we can have these higher points being right here-ish. I think that'll be okay. Because then we can kind of have that coming down there too. So that'd be kind of cool. Let's see what we can do here. And if we took if we wanted actually full on connect this dirt, what would it look like? We're looking at, that's actually not too bad. We could connect those together pretty easily there. That might not be too bad in the end. I should probably go. Shouldn't destroy my sleep schedule too much. I also got stuff to do. See you on Friday. All right, Lucas, thanks for hanging, man. I will catch you around. That was mostly just to get us back up to here at the top so we can work on these things a little bit more, but my dirt supplies are running a little low. Owen, dude, thank you for the follow. Jack Buddy, I feel like these are not popping up, or am I just completely ignoring them? Slazloff, thank you so much for the follow. And Kubus, thank you for the follow as well. Well, all this talk of backups and writing made me back up everything. Good. Let the backups happen. Okay, so this right here, we need to bring like a so, and then bam, and then let's do another up right here, and then we can do another one right there, and then that's gonna be a weird kind of straight line going on. And then we can do something like down to here. We can have these guys drop in like that. And then that might come down a few blocks, but I want to have that interrupted and not just dirt being everywhere throughout here. Let's go up again, and then we can bring that in. Cool. That's going to have to do it for the rough angle of where this path is going. But like that one right there, we can say, let's bring you here, like this, and we'll do you. And then we'll bring this up like that. And there. And then we can bring you down. Like so. I think that'll work out totally fine. Oh, by the way, do you have any news on a potential fast travel system on the Patreon server? Nothing yet. We're still looking into it a little bit. We've unfortunately had to be a little bit hiatus as a bunch of the mods are out traveling, so. Do you go back to your old builds and rebuild them once in a while? Occasionally I do. I like to move forward and have that as like a reference point of, this is where I used to build. This is how I used to build, and maybe learn something from it. Because there's a lot of times where I build things and I forget how I did it. So I don't like removing things. Because if there's something I'm like, wow, I really remember liking how I did the structure a few years ago. Like maybe I can do it again. And then if you remove it, it's just like, well, just kidding. I have no record of that at all. So I like to update things and bring in new blocks and stuff like that, but I don't like to really remove anything. Or really totally change the style. I try and keep that same atmosphere going on that it had previously. If that makes sense, kind of. Maybe. Let's go with maybe made sense. Rip, I actually just lost the draft. It was years ago. Forgot the reason I lost my draft. It was years ago. Oh. I lost my draft due to a lightning strike that caused my power to cut off. I'm not honestly sure why I lost my draft, but I think it fried my hard drive. Ouch. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's always have power strips plugged into your computer. Why is this so quiet? I feel like everything's being like really quiet in here. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear the blocks placing. For some reason, when I can't hear blocks being placed in Minecraft, I like just am like, what's going on? Something's wrong with my game. Is it gonna crash? I have to have like some of those are Minecraft sounds. Like if they're not going on, I'm like freaking out. Speaking of lighting my town at a tornado last night. Ouch. Might get another tonight. Well, I hope you're okay, dude. Llama Tim Gaming. Have a good one, man. Well, a little warlord. I hope you end up okay. My Steam account got hacked and I got a vac on it because of the hacker. Since that my average password is 30+ letters, randomized and changed every 2 weeks. Ouch. That's a struggle bus moment, dude. I'm sorry about that. I hate the hacking community. That's like, I understand people wanting to hack games and like have fun in like unranked matches and things like that, and just like be overkill. Like that can be funny. Like I can see the purpose or the reason for wanting to do that and just like mess around with some friends and be like, I'm super overpowered in Fortnite or whatever it is. But like anybody who hacks other people to like steal their stuff and ruin other things, like they're just a terrible person. It's so bad. Any tips on how to not burn out on projects? I always get burnt out so fast and have like 10 unfinished projects. I would say a number one thing for avoiding burnout is having multiple projects. When you get bored of working on one, say like the mountains here, I get bored of working on it after we do 2 hours of it today and I don't want to come back to it next time and work on that, I can go back to the castle I'm working on, or I can go over to the city that I have, or I can go back over to the desert city Papyrus and work on over there, or I can even come over to here to a different section of this project and place in a bunch of dirt blocks here. I think that's a really important thing for sure. Let's get more blocks while we're down here. But I would say the biggest thing probably for avoiding burnout is breaking up your project into reasonable tasks. So don't just say like, okay, I'm going to build a giant 5,000 by 5,000 castle and it's going to be awesome. Instead of saying I'm going to build a 5,000 by 5,000 castle and that being the only goal, you're like, okay, what do we have to do to get there? We have to build up a gatehouse. We have to build up the castle keep. We got to build up some blacksmith inside of it so we can build weapons. We got to build up some stables so we can hold all the horses for the knights. We got to build up some dog kennels. We got all these different things so you can break it up into smaller goals and be like, today I'm going to build the gatehouse. Tomorrow, you know what? I don't want to build the gatehouse anymore. I'm going to go work on the stables, and just kind of make a rough plan that you're going into it so you know where each one is going to belong, like around the place, and then just work on them as you want. Make it so that there's like incentive to jump around so you can see it all coming in together. So there's always just different parts that you can actually do on it. Is 10 projects overkill to avoid burnout? A little bit. Because then there's another thing with having too many projects is where if you have too many projects going on and all these other things that you're doing, after a while you're just going to be like, what was I doing again? What was project number 7? What was the next step on project number 10? Unless you're really, really good at taking notes and keeping that in mind while you're going through all of it, I would very much err on the side of, as I have probably 8 projects, but I also have really good notes on everything. And even with that, I still get kind of lost on what I'm doing. But I would very, very much err on the side of 6 at most at any given time, unless you have a very specific reason for it. But granted, within each project, within each project, I'd say, scratch that. 6 actionable projects, were 6 independent projects that you could go look at any given time and be like, you know what? Today, I don't want to build at my castle. I can come over here and work on the mountain range. There's nothing stopping me from working on the mountain range. That being said, another project that I have down the road that I want to do is the Nordic Village. And the Nordic Village cannot be done until the mountain range is done. So there's nothing that I can do to get myself to doing the Nordic Village any sooner than finishing up this project. So that also in turn gives incentive to want to work on this project. If I really want to do the Nordic Village, then it's like, well, to do the Nordic Village, and get all those things going there, I have to come over here and work on this project, which is like, I want to do it already, but that's extra incentive to basically be like, okay, there's nothing at this point in time that's stopping me from working on this project, and this project being finished eventually is going to open up doors for X number more projects as we go. It's a similar thing to how kind of, if you're thinking about doing redstone projects and all of those things and how they all function and work together, is there's a bunch of different parts of the redstone project that you have to do. Say you're building a mob farm, you got to build your resource collection point, then you have to also build the killing portion, then you also have to build the area where the mobs are even going to spawn in for all of it. And there's just so many different aspects to it that like you can really create a lot of mini projects out of your one big one. So instead of being like, I'm going to build this 10,000 drops per hour mob farm, that's probably not even the best one out there anymore. I don't know numbers at all. There's a random number I threw out. But then you can be like, okay, to do this 10,000 drop per hour mob farm that's going to make it so I never need bone blocks ever again in this game because I'm going to have so many that people are going to think I live in a graveyard, is like, what do you need to do to get to that point? Like, what's the next step here? So what are you doing to get yourself there? And you can be like, okay, well, you know, I did all these things and now I'm at a point where all I need to do is build the resource collection system. Or, well, maybe to get started here, I need to build the scaffolding so that I can build all the spawning platforms and light them all up. And then all the spawning platforms are in, and then we can go move on to the next section of building in the killing mechanism or the flushing mechanism to get all the mobs off of the platform. So you build up all the redstone for that. And that's my ramble. That's a lot of way that I kind of think about projects, is going from step 1 and step 2, step 3, and really rewarding yourself along the way for finishing each step is a big one. Have to pay respects to the blocks that fell to the bottom will never be picked up. Yeah. 10k drops is medium by today's standards. Hey man, I am on a single player world here and mine gives me about 5,000 per hour, and that is enough for me. I do not need anything more than that. Speaking of which though, I'm actually really low on bone blocks, so I need more than that. But I didn't say it. All right, we're gonna put a grass block in there so we can slowly watch all of this stuff coming throughout and growing. And there we go. Let's do a little action right in here. Ooh, we got our first spread already. Jalapenosaurus Rex, the spicy T-Rex. What is up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. And we're going to do a little action right in here. And get these guys built up like so. And then we can come around to here and just do a bam. Right like there. That'll be good. And then let's just go ahead and fill in the rest of these areas right in here. And that's going to be a lot of the good stuff. Spreewald, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And let's go with these guys right in there, and we can kind of move that out there. Snapdragon, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Il Mango Super Duper General Mob Farm puts out 17k. Okay, I wasn't that far off. We're okay. Today's standards are set by Psycraft. You know, I'm really excited to see Psycraft's panel at Minecon. They're doing a panel at Minecon Live, and it should be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they're talking about. Build a automatic quarry. I've been thinking about doing that. I'm really close to doing that now because I need so much freaking stone. I really want to get a cobblestone generator, farm TNT dropper thing up. Look at how cool this looks. Look at this. Look at that. That's so, oh my gosh, that is looking really nice now. I'm so happy with this. I think we done a good one. I'm not sure how this could work, but if you ever thought of making a sky village in this world, you could add some sort of magical feel. I've been thinking about making like a partially floating one. I don't like the idea of just like say like, all right, I want a sky village. We're going to put it above the lake right there. Like, I don't like that because that huge shadow that is just cast below it. Like, if you think about it, that basically turns whatever is below that sky village into basically a giant mob farm, kind of like what we have down here. Which, like, that to me is not an attractive idea. And so I don't know. I'm a little I'm a little against sky villages just because the way Minecraft is lighting. But yeah, I don't know. How dare you use TNT when we don't get it on Patreon? I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. You know why we don't get it on the Patreon server. You definitely know why. You've been around long enough to see the level of griefing that people do even without TNT, that adding in TNT to any type of a public server is just kind of a death wish. Or you're asking the mod team to do a heck of a lot more work making sure people don't blow up each other's stuff. Yeah, Sabo, you're the reason. Nime over here, on the other hand, he would just be so gentle and kind. He wouldn't even TNT a baby animal. He would just hoard all of the TNT and just make sure that nobody else used any of it, because it's just so bad for everybody who's involved that just nobody is happy in the end. And Nime over here would be the TNT savior. He would just make sure it never goes anywhere. Twitch Junior Assassin, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. I've never seen anyone griefing on the Patreon server. We've actually had a weirdly large amount. It hasn't happened for a while, but when we had a huge influx of players a while back, we actually had a fairly large amount of people, especially when players started being inactive after original release. A lot of people started griefing older builds and doing all that kind of stuff. Cody Plays, thank you so much for the follow, and Gargoyle, thank you for the follow as well. Gary Gar. Sorry, that's not Gargoyle. My mistake. So I guess the biggest problem we have right now on the Patreon server is people in their shops having things stolen from them. That's probably the number one thing that we see. But that's kind of not a whole lot we can do about it there. Basically a saint. Yeah, Nime, I know you are. I know you are. You're so good. I feel like the day-night cycle is going by very, very fast in today's stream. It's also probably because we're in the overworld and not the nether. Let's bring this area back here. Bam, 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 bam. Filling in all of our gaps. It's gonna be so cool. Elf Dota 2, thank you for the follow. Elf Dota, Elf Dota, Dota. Never understood griefing, like what purpose does it really serve? It's the same thing as people who like are bullies or whatever, people who like to flame other people on the internet and all those things, trolling, all that stuff is just, in Minecraft, it happens so much because nobody knows who you really are. They just know your Minecraft name, and there's always more Minecraft servers out there. So if like you get banned from one, you can definitely find another to go to. So a lot of people who grief and things just jump around from server to server and ruin things and move on to the next victim, which is unfortunate. But it's a alarmingly popular thing to have in Minecraft. I think it also has to do a lot with the player base inside of Minecraft. Unfortunately, just younger kids see, oh, I can blow up this thing. Wouldn't that be funny? And then they go and blow up the thing that person A had spent 20 hours building. Person B is like, I could blow it up with TNT. Wouldn't it be really funny? Aren't they going to get a good laugh out of it when their base is destroyed? Oh, well, I know I'm going to get a great laugh out of it. And it's just like, no, you are the problem. And then like you do anything back to them and they're like, why are you taking my stuff? So how long you been doing this, going in the single player? How much do you play daily? Single player world has been live for about 2.5 years now. I probably, until recently, I've been a little too busy, so I haven't been playing too much, but I was averaging probably 3 hours a day on here, 2 to 3 hours a day, if not more. I was putting out 2+ videos a week, and each video was 6 to 8 hours of work built into each, so like 16 to 20 hours a week of Minecraft time. But this project we're working on here has been this has been about a year long of working on this single project, of slowly but surely chipping away at it. So I'm happy to see that we're finally getting a lot of good progress in here, especially like finishing up the sections around the river here. That Excuse me. This server has not been touched since last Christmas, so. To date, what is your most ambitious project? Definitely not building a giant mountain range in survival by hand by breaking every block yourself. No, that's not ambitious at all. No, this one and or we're gonna go fly over the city real fast. So this over here is completely hand done custom mountains. Then we got this big ol' area out here, and you guys get some early exclusive spoilers. This port city that we're working on right here has a giant castle on it, which took about a month and a half to build. Got more plans for new structures down there. And then everything over here is in the works too. And this is going to eventually expand all the way out throughout this area. Basically where all the trees are cleared is kind of the border that it's going for. I took the beacon off of there apparently. And then it is also going to, in the end, stretch out being a giant city through like where this cobblestone wall goes. So sorry, it's lagging a little bit loading in new terrain for the new computer. So there's a lot of big projects going on right now. But this, I think, single project size, this custom biome here is probably the biggest one that we're working. Holy moly, that's a lot. Congrats. What farms as a rookie should we have? I started my single player and I want to get it big overtime. I would say, honestly, as much as people are against it, AFK fishing is a really great way to get started. I really am like AFK fishing. If you don't want to spend hours and hours and hours trading with villagers, because I personally don't like working with villagers. I think they're really poorly done. It's been an improvement in the new update, but I don't find joy in working with villagers. I find it a mandatory thing. So AFK fishing is something that I find really great. We're getting started earlier on in the game, which is hence why I never banned it on the Patreon server, things like that, because it definitely has a good use for it. So I would say AFK fish farm is good. Getting a mob farm so you can get a bunch of bone meal and use those things to get yourself started as well is really huge and pretty dang important. After that, sugarcane farms, like basically all the different farms you can get. I've been recently finding that I really need a wool farm. So I want to figure out soon a good way that we can automate wools and wool. And I think I need to find a new project location to be able to do that well. And have like a good reason for all of the animals to be around and having a bunch of sheep and everything. Because right now we don't, I'm trying every single location that I build inside of this world to have a reason for existing and having a resource tied to it. Like this region that we're above right here, this was a village remake that I did about a year and a half ago at this point, but everything around it is all of this lush farmland. So if I ever need crops or anything like that, or some sort of food or anything, I can come to here and I know it's here. But what I don't have anywhere in the world is somewhere dedicated to animals. So what I would love to do is get a lot of work going with like animals and having some extra area. And right now I have some very poorly done crop farms in here that are starting to produce some things. Let's see, what are we at? Yeah, so we're barely getting things out of here. Oh, some more potatoes came through. But there's worker villager back in there. He apparently lost his job. I don't know how you lost your job, buddy. Did you take the job? No, you're probably a fisherman, right? Yes, you are. And I would love to have... can I have that block back, please? I need the block, please. This is a bad idea. Not a good idea. We got it. We're good. But a big thing for me, how did that guy lose his job? Where your thing's right there. Why are you not finding a job? I don't know what's going on with him. But there's one person on every level. This is basically a really crappily done carrot and potato farm in there. I'll have to come back and work with that later. But I try and give each reason for somewhere existing to have some sort of resource associated with it, or at least give it a purpose. And right now inside of the port city over here is kind of where I put everything that doesn't really have a place so far. So like we have a kelp farm in there, and that's kind of actually it. But the original city in Papyrus is a desert city, and it has a huge like palace structure to it, and under that is actually my mob farm. How about some small projects? Started a small town, but quite poor executing my building at the moment, still improving. That's a great way to learn. I think small villages are a great way to learn, and like hopping from village to village, and then come back to the original one like a month or two later and be like, wow, I learned so much. I've improved so much from beyond this. Is a floating island on the ocean side off your ideas for the world? Maybe, kind of. I'm not a big floating thing fan inside of Minecraft. I have 2 small sheep wool farms and it doesn't produce much, but it's always rendered in because it doesn't leg. So now I have 3 double chests of wool. Yeah, I need to get something like that going. I need to like put it near spawn. I like an ink farm near spawn, and I have so much ink, and since 1.13 I have, and like where they changed how squid spawn, I haven't needed to go get ink since. Huge palace, laughs in future projects. Yeah, well, it was big for the time. Let's leave it at that. My elytra is like half dead. That's lovely. One, two, three. I think I want to do like a little small one right here. And who we got? Mr. Mineveros. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to stream. I think I missed a few questions in there. What are your main blocks as far as medieval building goes? Right now, I've been really enjoying stripped logs. I really want to use into figuring out how to use concrete and concrete powder for medieval builds more in the near future. I think there's some amazing things you can do with those, especially using, I found it recently from Jermsy Boy actually, using concrete, brown concrete powder as like a form of like a Tudor window framing or a Tutory block or something, just instead of like where people use like wool and things, just like throw some concrete powder in there, like brown concrete powder, and it can actually work really well. So I've been wanting to mess with more things like that moving forwards, but right now I don't have too much in the way of, I use a lot of stones because that's kind of typical medieval-y stuff, just because it's easy and accessible. But I would love to start working more with like concrete powders and terracottas and things like I mentioned. We're going to do that. We'll bring that down to here, and then you're going to finish off to there. Let's do that. And then we got Egghead Mini. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How many tips for staying motivated when building large projects? Kind of what I was talking about earlier is set small goals for yourself. Give yourself a lot of, I don't want to sound like here, like use the participation trophy method. No, but give yourself like rewards for, say like one day you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna, today we're finishing the gatehouse of the castle. I know that's an analogy I've used before, but castles have so many different components to them that like there's so many different sections, and after you finish a section, like make sure to take a moment to step back and be like, wow, we finished this. Doesn't it look really cool? Like, isn't it awesome that we did this? Like, reward yourself, like give yourself credit. Like, you spent a lot of time working on a project, like give yourself credit where it's due. Like you earned it. Like you've done a lot of work, you've put in the time, you put in the effort, and you've made something probably really cool. Make sure to give yourself the time of day to like say congrats to yourself, I guess is a good way of doing it. Instead of focusing of, oh my gosh, I've got 80% of the project left to do, and it's taking me 20 hours to do the first 20%, be like, I've got 20% of this project done. Like, it's a big project, but I've got this much done already. It's just like, just tweaking how your brain thinks and going more of the positive side instead of the, oh my gosh, there's so much left to do. Think of like the, we've done so much. If that kind of makes sense. Does that analogy sit in well with any of you? What are your musical tastes? I like electronic music. Recently, I've been getting really into like old school rock again. So, like Metallica has been a big one I've been listening to recently. So I guess they're not super old school, but like they're probably like the most recent of the bands of the ones I've been listening to. So like 70s and 80s rock is always like a good reliable one for me. I like it. So that's why I've been listening to it a lot recently, especially that I've been playing WoW Classic too much. It's like a total nostalgia throwback for me. It's like, here's the music I used to listen to back when I played this game when it originally came out. And I'm going to keep listening to it because it's pretty good for this game. But yeah, I like a lot of lo-fi hip-hop and all those different types of things. A lot of electronical stuff is more my go-to. It used to be like crazy dubstep-y stuff all the time, and I've mellowed out from that one, thankfully. My eardrums are pretty thankful for that, I think. Do you like 21 Pilots? I enjoy them. I don't go out of my way to listen to it, but I enjoy them. Mansion could use some diorite. Blocky, we're getting there. Blocky, we'll get there. Old school rock is the best? Yeah. Positivity on project. Cries in custom river. Hey, Cerberus, with those tears, you can fill the river with water. You can fill the river with your tears, and then the river's filled. So cry while you're placing your buckets of water down, and you're done. Have you ever built large things to amplified terrain? My single player world is all amplified. I have not recently. I used to play in an amplified world back before I started YouTube. I really enjoyed my amplified world, but I just found it was so difficult to get around until you had an elytra. Like, you're having to make pillars up 100 blocks and then 100 down, 100 up, 100 down, 100 up. And just like, it was just, I didn't like it. And I didn't like the aspect of how dark certain areas got. Lighting is, I think if they changed the lighting engine of how it works in Minecraft, which is probably like the biggest thing that I've want to do, instead of having just direct skylight. So like this block right here, like that one right there, that's fully skylight right now, right? So if we go F3, like you can see the skylight off to the left-hand side right below my face, below the webcam. And let's see if I can do this correctly. You can see that the skylight is 15. That block down there is at 15. Now it's not. And like if you cover this whole area around it, like that's how it gets really dark, which like that's okay. Like that's making it really dark down there. But I don't know. I wish they had more ability for the lighting to flow from angles, because regardless of where the sun is, like the sun's directly above, so that should be dark. But when the sun is like setting over there, and technically like it could see through those areas, like then it should be lit up, like it should be light. And so amplified terrain for me, like that caused problems. I know that would totally redo how mob spawning and everything works, or probably totally ruin a lot of builds, but I just kind of wish lighting was a bit better in this game. You can fill the river with your tears. Yeah, totally, dude. Grindcore? What's grindcore? The feeling isn't the problem, the detailing is. Nah, the detail part is fun. I enjoy detailing in Minecraft. I think it can be quite relaxing, because after I find making the shape for me is the hard part. Once I get the shape figured out and I know what the thing's gonna look like, then from there it's easy mode. It's very, very easy for me. All you do is spam some blocks around. It really doesn't matter overall. Like if you're going such a large scale as like what I'm doing here with this project, like if you place a slab there versus there, like is anybody really gonna care? No. Like this isn't meant to be something that's viewed up close. Like this is meant to be something that's viewed from down in the valley. Like the mountains that we're working on here are meant to be viewed from down here, which this kind of area right here needs to definitely get some more extra height to it, because when you're looking up in here, we're basically eye level with halfway on the mountain and those two. So like I think we need to start bringing them up. We need to bring them up a lot. So, but this was meant to come down here to make this valley area, so it's meant to go down and then go right back up. So for me, it's exactly the opposite. I like doing the shape. I hate doing the detail. I mean, it's just one of those preferred play styles, I guess you could say. So I'm totally right there with you. And what we can do in here is get a little bit more of this stuff going. Okay, so that's all up into there. And then let's bring you down to here. I think I'm just gonna do something like that. Smooth that out a slight tad bit. And we can finish up our last stone section in here for this face. I thought I was gonna be falling there for a second, Be very, very, very sad if I fell down right now. We're so close to being done with this front section here. It would be very, very sad to lose it all. Okay, so let's go with you right to here, and then we can do this guy all the way up like that. That's gonna make like a weird straight line, so we're gonna bring you up to there. So the reason I'm adding these ones being extra tall is because previous that'd be like a step, and that in the end to me can look a little weird. So like right there, that's like a step, that's an extra block in here, so that would be okay. But if we did like that, that's not okay. So here we'd want to add that extra step up. And then we can go something right in here. Are you ever going to finish the other side of the mountains? This side over here, eventually, I'm hoping to, yes. That side over there, definitely. That's going to be actually dropping down, and that's where we're going to start like a fantasy zone. So like a high fantasy. So that's where we'll get our elves, and we'll introduce the dwarves like mid-mountain range. And then I want to add like a giant lush forest atmosphere in there of some really, really tall jungly trees and just this total bamboo forest area. I was kind of hoping to be at that point before they invented bamboo inside of Minecraft and released that update, but we had a lot of other priorities and things to tackle, so it didn't happen. But yeah, Backs of the Mountains will eventually be done. It's going to be a massive project though, which is why I'm trying for the foreseeable future to put a few hours a week into this project just to have something going for it. I need to keep this moving forward, otherwise it's going to be one that just never gets done. And right now I got a big push to get this part finished up here with the mountains around to this side so we can actually start the Nordic Village, and that gives me another project that we can do. And I think once we start the Nordic Village, that's going to be kind of where we start taking a slight break again from the port city. So I think that'll be a month or so down the road when we get to that point. But we will see what happens with all of these things going forwards. There's a lot of projects that we got. We have no shortage of projects, and now that we started that new Nether Hub remake that we started on stream on Monday, that's going to be close to 1 million netherrack that needs to be broken and destroyed. So I've got time to grind. I've got plenty of things to grind out with on my schedule here, so I am very much not worried at all about finding things to do for the next year. Okay, so we can do that and then fill all of these ones in. That'll be good. Stop looking natural if you do it, if you overdo it. What you talking about? I enjoy the detail for me, but it has to be perfect from every angle, so it takes forever. Yeah, I mean, it's Minecraft. It's all blocky. You're never going to make it perfectly rounded. Gotta get back to restoring this pinball machine, but glad I caught the bit of stream. Hey, Charles, thank you so much for hanging out here, and I appreciate the follow as well. Are you officially moved in now, like fully, into the new place? Yeah, we've been moved into the new place for a bit. It's just August I was traveling for... I was home 9 days in August, and somehow I managed to keep videos going during that entire time. Which is part of why I took the last week or two off. I needed a mental break. And I had other things that I would have preferred to do instead of playing Minecraft. So, but I'm back in the saddle this week. I'm very much enjoying playing the game again. So, we've got a lot of fun projects in the works, and we'll see what happens here for the next bit. So I think we do like a dirt structure right in there. That'd be kind of cool, looking a border line between those ones, and then we can, because I don't want to connect these too much. But if we bring something like you here, like that could be kind of cool. And then here we can make this one come down just slightly, like a so. And we can do like that. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, that should be okay. I'm just trying to get like something figured out here so that we can make this still have this dirt section here in the middle of that area down there without losing too much of what's going up here at the top. And I want to make this area kind of more flattened out a bit so we can actually in the end have some maybe a structure or two or something up here from the Nordic village, but we'll see on that. That's a long ways away. We can redo the train then if we need to. Okay. That's crazy. I don't know how you do it. Doing the... Ooh, we got mobs up here. We got mobs up here. Dive bomb! Oh, we're taking damage. We're taking damage. We're under fire. Ooh. Haha. Screw you, spider. I always lose motivation and just start another world. See, that right there is the... That's like the one... Your bed is too far. I'm standing on the bed. Gotta go. Have a great evening. All right, Paranor, thank you so much for hanging out. I think I saw you in Pixar stream earlier today as well. What's your thought on the ending of Game of Thrones? Did I enjoy watching it? I enjoyed watching it. Do I think they could have done something else to make it a little bit better? Probably could have. Overall, it was... I still had a good time in there. So, I had a good time watching it. I'm very easy when it comes to TV shows. I can watch about anything. Like, I watched Mortal Engines yesterday. Would not recommend watching it. I watched the entire movie all the way through. I mean, was it a bad movie? Was it cheesy? Yeah, but did I still enjoy watching it? Yeah. I love terribly cheesy movies. Like, terribly bad TV shows that do, like, everything wrong. Like, those are the ones that I like to watch almost the most. Like, I find those fun to watch. So, or I know that's not the case for everybody. Some people are very diehard fans and want things to go certain ways, where I'm just kind of like, just entertain me. I like Mortal Engines. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trash on you. Didn't mean to trash on it if you enjoy it, but let's be honest. Was it a little cheesy? Let's go with... Here's the plot of Mortal Engines, summed up in one. Bad guys find an ancient superpower that can destroy anything in the world. Good guys somehow find the one key that exists in the entire world to be able to destroy the super weapon. Good guys go to destroy super weapon. It was, like, if you think about it, it's kind of just like, it was Star Wars. It was Star Wars with, instead of the Death Star, it was a giant steampunk-styled machine that rolled around. Like, it even had the same type of a laser firing out of it. It was basically Star Wars. Did I still enjoy it? Did I watch the whole thing? You bet it. You betcha. I watched that entire movie. But was it the best? No. It's visually stunning, but the actual storytelling was bad. I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, the idea behind Mortal Machines, really cool. Really cool concept. That would be something that I would consider doing like a Minecraft build on, is trying to create one of those giant structures. Like recreating what they envisioned London as. Like, that was really cool. Like, I would definitely consider trying to create that in like a Minecraft creative world or something like that. Like, that'd be really fun to do. Especially if you could somehow figure out how to make it move with pistons, but that's beyond me. But like, overall, it just wasn't done well. But yeah. Sabo Siege next confirmed. Would you want to invade a piece of wall in a temple? Yeah, like, what was on the other side that was so important? They never explained why they wanted to get into the Asia region. It was just, we need to get there for a new hunting ground. Like, what's this hunting ground topic? That wasn't explained. Let's go with something like, are you there? And then we could do these. That's fine. Let's do this guy. We can make a little bit of an outcropping in the rock structure right there. And I don't want to do that one. Let's do you. You. Bring this all the way up to there. And bring this all the way throughout. Just filling in the blocks and trying to make sure that there's not two of the same next to each other. Do Blocks, thank you so much for the follow. And Frozen Lover, thank you so much for the follow as well. Are you a lover of frozen things or lover of the movie Frozen? That is the big question here. Takes like 2 hours to completely pillage and 12 to burn completely down. What are you planning over there, Wiki? What are you planning? Hey, Jackson Dynamite, what's up, dude? How you been? Long time no see. See, like this right here, both of these, like all three of these. This is what I'm talking about. Where we don't want this. Where it's going block, 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 like straight lines like that. Not good. So what we can do here is just bump that up, and then here we can do something like this. And now it's better. And it's okay that it's higher. Like mountains are supposed to be roughened up. And we're just getting the base shapes in today, but we just want to make sure that we get the bases in here right. So as we're kind of building these things going up, it makes a bit more sense. Only total domination of the server? Ooh. Nice. Don't make me start the People's Militia. There's always gonna be hope. Gonna build a rebellion on hope, and we're gonna come take you guys out. Jay Wilder, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so there we go. Let's bring all these guys up in there. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I would, if you asked me a few years ago, I would say I'm an introvert. I would probably still say I'm leaning towards that. I definitely need time to be at home alone and not out in public, and I don't regenerate. I quickly tire when I'm out in public doing things and hanging with people. Like I need to have home time. Otherwise I just get exhausted. So I guess I would say I'm still introvert. But it's not a bad thing. Like introverted doesn't mean antisocial. Like I love hanging out with friends and I love going out and doing things. Introverts, the way I think of introvert versus extrovert is like, how do you recharge your batteries? Like if you're exhausted, like do you like to, after a long week of school or a long week of work or whatever, like would you prefer to come home and stay home and do your own thing and just watch a movie and just chill on your couch or whatever? Or would you prefer to go out and hang with friends? And that's like, you're going to be like, oh, I'll wake up when I get out with friends because it'll be so much fun. Like for me personally, I would be the one that'd be like, nope, I'm sitting at home. I am exhausted. Nobody talk to me. I want to do my own thing and sit here and play video games and not talk to anybody for the remainder of the night. Whereas like my girlfriend, she's very extroverted, and she's an extrovert, and she's very much like, no, I'd rather go hang out with people. Like we haven't hung out with our friends in a while. Like let's go hang out. Like I know everything's been busy, but like let's go do this. And I'm always just like, I need some time just to chill. Like give me an hour or two, can recharge my batteries, and I'm good to go. Whereas she's instantly just like, she's tired, and then as soon as we get out there, it's like wide awake and ready to go and ready to hang out with everybody. So both are good in their own right. We don't want block, block, block. We want block, 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 block. Dude, I'm sorry. I forgot the block, 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 block. Glad to finally catch one of your streams. Gotta go. Thank you for your contribution to the Minecraft community. Hey, Mr. Minervos. I think I ruined that again. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Have a good evening. Save the block. Caught it as it fell. Man, what are you guys planning? Okay, so that's filled in. We want to get this. Like, let's take a look at this right here. Yeah, Elytra's still good to go. We can take a fly back here. We've done so much today. We have done an incredibly large amount of work today. And I like here over is basically all filled in. And that's awesome. I love it. I think I want to get like the top of this thing filled in here so it looks a little bit more completed up here, because building for the screenshot now, because we're well over that 2-hour mark now. S. Lewis, thank you so much for the follow. So, but yeah, not so. But I usually try and aim for that 2-hour stream mark before heading on out of here. So I think we'll try and get another 20-30 minutes of work in, and then I think it's time for me to get going, because I still have other work to do on other YouTube videos for the remainder of the day that I gotta get to. Luckily, I can use this as part of one of the videos. Haha! Double use of content. Will you ever go back to the Elven area? I've been thinking about it. I've been playing around with the idea. No plans right now. It's I really haven't wanted to be honest. That style was fun to do at the time, but the amount of time it took to grind those resources, granted, now it'd be a little bit different if I built up like a something or another, blank on it. If I built up like some concrete maker farms and things like that, it'd be a heck of a lot easier to do all that stuff. But right now it's a lot going on. Is your Patreon server free to play? Unfortunately, it is not free to play. It's through Patreon. If you donate on Patreon, it's for the tier 3, I believe, gets you access to the server. And Egghead Mini, thank you so much for the sub here on Twitch. I appreciate it, Mini. But also the question for where do I get all this dirt? This is where I get all of this dirt. This was all covered with dirt. So a lot of the dirt comes from here. I slowly just kind of churn away at this as we're working throughout here. All of that is eventually going to be gathered up there as well. But a lot of that is just kind of what's going into these mountains right now. That's a little spiky right there. I don't really like how straight that is. Ooh, leggy. How did I make that so spiky? We'll fix that up later. Cool. We were working up here at the top. Finally. Pika Fushy when? I'm working on the new sub badges next. So the Fushy is going to be turning into just an emote. We might get the Pika Fushy in here as well, but we'll see about that. I kind of want to get a few different emotes going on in here. Really love watching you make these beautiful landscapes. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying. Okay, let's get this section filled in, I guess, because I think we did everything up here. Did we? I think so. I think all this stuff up here is pretty much done. That little peaky thing right there is done too, which is awesome. Okay, so there we go. Let's get a move on. Let's do something like you here, and then we can do that and bump up there. And I'm thinking we can do something right in here, and this is kind of making it a weird shape. I want to get I think we might just need to bite the bullet and get this line in here a little bit taller than that. But I want to make this middle part feel more sunken back than anything. So I want this line to actually be coming up a little bit higher. And then that being kind of that lower part there. So if we do you, and then we can do like this up to there as well, and then make that one lower, and then we can do, this should do it. Okay, I think that fixed it. What's your star sign? I think I'm a Leo. Windows, I do not want your notifications on, hey, here's this new feature release. I know your new feature is gonna break everything, so just stop releasing new features. I already updated my Windows and it broke everything again, so I don't want to do it again right now. Let's bring this all the way up. Oh, we in a gang now? We're in a Leo gang. Oh no, I'm with Blocky. Oh no! Ah, God, with blocky and mini. Oh wow, I'm in trouble over here. Thanks for the terraforming guide. I will be applying your mountains method this weekend to a server. Ooh, good luck, Chase. I got me with a diorite lever over here. Ugh. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding. Diorite has its uses. It can be a good block. And the great way to make it a good block is to do what I did and just change it. That's the best way to make it a good block. Let's just bring this all the way down. Scorpio gang. Well, now we got just like, there's a whole lot of gangs going on here. Got a lot of gang action going on. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. We just be like the Minecraft gang. We can be like, we're the Minecrafters. Yeah. That's all I got. Ravenclaw? Oh, don't you be bringing that Harry Potter nonsense into here. Yeah, my castles in default are Sin, Whips Back helps. The Minecrafter gang. It works great, guys. It's awesome. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I think I want to fill in this last little gap here, and then I think we're calling it quits for the day. I think it is about to be time to get a freaking cobblestone farm set up, though. Luckily, we got a great quarry. That'd be an awesome place to have a cobblestone generator in it. But I also want to have like that purpose to go mine everything else out. Like, I don't want to just have a giant smelter that just cooks all of this blown up and gathered cobblestone into stone, you know? Like, I'd much rather be chopping all the stone, because I think that's a better way to gather resources in this game. Or at least I feel like I feel much more motivated when I have to go gather my own resources and use my own stuff to build my own creations. Like, that's how I stay motivated in Minecraft. Like, taking that time to actually be like, all right, well, I took the hours to gather this. Like, now we're going throughout here. Ooh, Sabros, what'd you do? Sabros, ooh, F's in chat for Sabros. Like, we got banned by Nightbot, dude. He's got like very few words on that blacklist. Okay, so what we want to do here is bring this all the way up to this top point. Oh, this is our last stone. We have 29 stone remaining. Let's take the time to get this dirt built up over there so we're not wasting any stone if we don't gotta. I think we need to get some stone out in here though, because otherwise that could look a little weird, and we need to do something like you. And then this needs some stone here too. And then can we do like a little action right in here? Wessel, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I think you've been hanging out here, but welcome nonetheless. Okay. I think that right there is the place that we call it for today. He didn't want me to make the joke about Harry Potter. It's for Kimmy. Oh no. What did Kimmy do? Oh, Kimmy just fell into the void. Can we get an F in chat? Oh no. Well, Sabo gets the F in chat for being banned, or for being moderated out of here too. But poor Kimmy. She tries so hard. Okay, I think we did it today. I think that for me is enough to call it good for now. So everybody, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all so much. We'll be streaming again on Friday. Probably we'll be live on the Patreon server for that, because I promised we'd be doing one a week from there. So I'll catch you all then. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, though. We can take a one last shaders look here while we're doing this. And while that's going, it's only 2 a.m. though. I'm sorry, Nime. All right, let's get out of here. And while I've got you all here, we need to go raid somebody, because I forgot to do that last stream. You know what, guys? Can we get a flip raid in chat for my buddy Monsterfish? He is the creator of Conquest Texture Pack and is a big time person behind Conquest Reforged. So please, everybody, go give him a big flip raid, hello, all that good stuff. So thank you all so much for hanging out today. Be sure to jump on this raid and go tell him I said hello and all that good stuff, and give him a hi. I don't know what he's up to, but let's go check it out. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side. Videos next week will be starting up again, and outside of that, stream will be on Friday. So cheers, y'all.